Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today in this video, I'm going to show you how to build this tab-like component using just HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Here you can see, when you click on this HTML, you get the description for this HTML. When you click on this CSS, you get the description for CSS and same for the other as well. So we're going to build this today. So let's begin. Let us start with our folder, tabs, just tabs. Let's open this with Visual Studio Code. I hope you have installed Visual Studio Code in your system. Then let us create our files, index.html. Then we have our CSS, style.css, and other we have app.css. Now let us start with not app.css, it's app.js. Now let us start with our HTML part. Give it a title, tabs. Then inside this body, we'll have our div first. I will give it a class of main. And inside this div, we'll have section with class container. Inside this container, we have our unordered list with class tabs. And inside this unordered list, we have our list item, li. That is, and it will have one class. I will give it tab item. And first of all, and inside this li, we'll have our anchor tag. Here, as we have no other pages, so href will be our IDs. We'll select the element according to the IDs. So we have ID, items, we'll have our items. Let item 1, you will come to know once we complete this project, everything will be clear. And it will have class active. So class active. And let us start with HTML. So now let's copy this li element 4 times more, 2, 3, 4. So now let's change. Here it will be CSS, then JavaScript. Then after that we have React. Then we have our node. Now, and we have our different items. So there will be different IDs, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And active will be only one element at a time, not all. So whenever it will have class with active, then it will show up there. So let me remove this. Here it should be removed. Okay. Now that's what we need for unordered list. Tabs, tab items. Yeah, that's fine. Now let us move on to next part our. So it will be the description part. So after UL we'll have our div. It will contain a class, wrapper, tab, contain. Then inside this div, we'll have our article tag. It will carry one description at a time with heading. So it will have ID, which will show according to this href. That is, ID will be item 1. And inside this, again we'll have one class, that is tab contain and content visible. When it will be a content visible, then it will show up there as it will be active, same as this active. Now inside this article, we'll have one h1, which will say HTML. Then here we will have one paragraph tag. Now for this HTML, we'll be taking description from the internet, that is our Google. So type here what is HTML. It will show up description here. Just copy this and paste it here. And let's format. Here it is. So it will show up when you click on this HTML. Okay. Now let's check how does it look. Okay. Let's open with Chrome. Okay. It looks working fine. Now after this, we'll copy this for other tab as well. Now just copy 5, 4, 5. Okay. Now let's change. Here it will be CSS. Then here it will be JavaScript. After JavaScript, it will be React. Then we have our Node. Same thing we will do for other also. Just type here what is CSS. Okay, it's not showing here. For now, just copy this and paste it here. Same thing do for JavaScript. What is JavaScript? Just copy this and paste it here. And for React, copy, paste. A lot of copy paste is required. Node. Now just paste it here. So here it is, all the description for all the tabs. Now this content visual should be only one time. It will appear only one time. When this content visual, it will appear at the below of this heading. So here it is, below the tab, sorry. And one more thing we need is this number. It will be 2, it will be 3, it will be 4, and this will be 5. So here it is. That's all HTML we need. Now let's link our style tag. Link style component, sorry. Style shape. And we have href style.css. Then close it. And one more thing we need, that is our script file. After this div, so this div, then TypeScript source will be app.js, then close it. So our CSS file and JavaScript file has been connected. Now let's apply our CSS. Now let's read out here how it looks for now before adding CSS. Now let us start with importing fonts. Google fonts. So what font should we use? Let me use Montserrat. Yeah, let's check how it is. That's fine. If fonts, code, import, just copy this, paste it here, then copy this part, big, and just comment it out for now. So after this, we'll add some default style for all the elements. That is, margin will be 0 and padding. I hope you are getting this If there any issue, you can, or anything you find confusing, you can just comment it out. And box sizing will be border box. And I'll give it a color a bit dark. All the text color will be grayish dark. So what color should we choose? Yeah, black will be fine, but I just want a bit grayish color or black. Yeah, that's fine. Now let's select our anchor tag. Here, text. First of all, I want to remove all the text decoration. None. Here it is. And color will be inherit. Body. Now here you have to copy this and paste it here. Uncomment it. Yeah. Let's reload. Here it is. It looks great. Now let's move forward. Display. Flags. And justify content will be center. Align item center, as I want to keep all the element at the center of this page. Then height will be of full screen. Yeah. Let's save and reload. Here it is. It's showing up now. Let's move forward. Now let's select our main container. Just the main. Here height will be fit content. Then padding will be 30 pixel. And box shadow. And to give it 0, 2 pixel, 5 pixel. RGB will be black 000 and 0.3 alpha. Now let's save and reload. Here it is. It looks fine for now. Now let's move forward. Now let's select our container. In the container we have max width. We want to give it 600 pixel and width will be 100%. Let's save and reload. Okay, that's fine. Now after the containers, now we have our unordered list UL. Here line style I want to give none. Margin 0. Padding 0 as well. Display flags. Justify content. Space between. And the height I want to give it 30 pixel. Let's save and reload. Okay, that's great. It looks really great now. It's taking the shape one by one. After this, let us select li and anchor tag. Li anchor tag inside the list item. Then I want to select the color. Will be a bit grayish. Yeah, great. Then after this one, li, when you hover over this anchor tag, we have padding bottom 4 pixel, border bottom 3 pixel, solid RGB, RGB, or you can select any color 14, then 106 and 234. Let's check. You can select. Let me give some other color as well. Let's try this. So a dark blue. It will be fine, I guess. Yeah, this is fine. So you can give whatever color you want, but for now I want to just give it a blue. Then now we'll select our wrapper. This wrapper tab content. Just copy this one, and here the position will be relative for wrapper tab. Then inside this wrapper tab we have our tab content. Sorry. Tab content. Here position will be absolute. Padding, I want to give it 1.75 REM. Sorry, not REM, VM. And 0. After this padding, I'm going to give it a visibility hidden. Then, and height will be 0. Let's reload. So here it is. As I have given visibility hidden and height 0, it has been vanished. But we need this so that we can style. Here it is. Let's look fine now. After this tab content, we have our tab content H1. That is H1 inside the tab content container. That will use. I want to give it a font size of 1.12 EM. And margin bottom will be 0.5 EM. Let's save and reload. Okay, it's fine. Now we'll define a class that is content visible for this one. Which element will contain this class? It will be shown here. So position will be static. Visibility, yeah, it will be inherit, and height will be auto. Let's save and reload. Okay, there is some problem here. Okay, here I just missed one letter. Save and reload. Okay, here it is. It looks great, and those which doesn't contain this content visible should be hidden. So let's uncomment it, and here it is. So it is working fine. Now let's move forward to add CSS for active class. When it is active, then the color will be a bit gray. Not gray, it will a bit darker. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So okay, color will be this, and padding bottom will be 4 pixels, and border bottom will be of 3 pixels solid, and same I want to give it a color of blue. So okay, now let's save and reload. Okay, that's great. It looks really great. Now let us add our event listener so that click event works. Now let's move on to our JavaScript part. Here first of all, let us select our all elements and create one function. Here we have to create our function first. Here function, and we'll send the element which has been selected. With constant active component document dot query selector dot active. Here again, here we have visible component document dot query selector, and it will be the content visible for this element. I hope you are getting my point. This is the for this one. when it will contain content visible, we'll select that element, and which will contain this active. For example, we have this active, we're selecting this one. Whereas I forgot to give it a name, get tab. And after this, we have last element that need to be selected, constant tab content. Here we have document dot get element by ID. That is, and it will be selected from the element we select. That is el href and dot href split. Here, if the split contain hash, so we're splitting along the href URL that has been selected from this element. There will be two part, one from other side of hash and from the other. So I will be selecting the second element, that is 1. Now, after that, let's select this active. We'll add the class list. We'll add and remove. Really, we'll toggle the active class. So if there is active class, it will get removed. And same thing for visible class list, toggle the content visible class. So if there is in any element contain this class, it will get removed. Now after doing that, we'll add class list to that element we have clicked on. So add active. And the last thing inside this function we have to do is add class to this tab content. That is, add the class we have removed from the earlier component should be added here. That's all about this function. Now after this function, we have to add the event listener, document dot add event listener. So it will be click, and we'll be sending one prop. Now if the event u dot target dot matches dot tab dash item a, then we'll run this function here. We'll send this element u dot target. So what is going on here? If we click on this item, this, for example, this element, it will run this function, and I will send this event to this function as well. So let's save and reload. Now let's click. Here it is. It's working really perfect. So that's it. I hope you like it. And if you did, just hit thumbs up. And if you want more videos like this and more awesome projects, if you want, then just consider subscribing. And hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.